dreadful angle. And you don't normally see me sitting here. This is where I sit when I have my dinner. This is my spot. Hello, Gary. I'm just having a look at my list, and I've done a lot of the stuff already. I like writing a list. I'm going to try and do it every day. I used to do it all the time, but I stopped. Come on. Come on. I've just been out. He's going to charge it. Come on. Oh, I've just been out the front of the house, and I've swept it all, and I got rid of some plants that have been there for a little while. Yeah, it was going to sit there. I'm going to move round so that we can still be great friends, Gary, and look at each other. It's going to be a bit low. I've repotted a load of plants. I found some bulbs that I put out the back last, it was the end of spring last year, just as they were ending. I just emptied the pots and replaced them with some little pink things that I got from Dobby's. And I just kept them all out the back, and they've all started to sprout again. So I've just put them in the pots out the front. And they look very, very spring-like. There's no flowers yet, but they look very green and clean. And they're all in little white pots and little enamel pots, and they look lovely. And I've been meaning to do that for ages. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. So you will have a very nice time later when your dad gets home. Now, I need to address something I said yesterday. I'm worried that I've given you all the impression that I'm an irresponsible dog owner because of what I said about Gary gets away with a lot because of his size. I don't mean he is a pain or he causes any trouble at all. I'm talking more about cheekiness rather than any destructive behaviour. He's fully house trained. He goes outside. He hasn't had any accidents in the house. I can't even remember the last time. So he's fully house trained. I'm talking, when I say he gets away with stuff, I'm talking about just cheeky things like bounding round the house and always wanting to be picked up and stuff like that. But I don't mind that at all. I love picking him up. He's no trouble, so don't think I'm responsible by saying that he is he gets away with stuff, because I'm not talking about anything serious. Of course I'd stop him. I'm just talking about being cheeky. And I don't mind cheeky little boys. They're fine, because he does all sorts of tricks. He is trained. Paw. See? Clever. I love that. He's the cleverest boy. And also, what I said about dogs, this dog being recommended, well, being ideal for apartment living, it does say that they suit minimal exercise, and that's what I was talking about. Gary does not suit minimal exercise. He would have as much as he could possibly have. That's what I was talking about, so I hope I didn't give anyone the wrong idea. Oh, why does it look weird? I'm at work now. Look who's here again. Come on then. Oh, Gary. We just love to be together, don't we? He's like a little shadow. He follows me everywhere I go. It's brilliant. I'm at work now. Have I just said that? I'm going to sew some faces on some reindeer bags. That's really all I've got to say. I'm going to have a cup of tea, I think. Put the kettle on. I might give Gary a biscuit. Lillian will come through as well in a minute, I expect, if she hears me say, yep, here she comes. Right, let's put the kettle on. I'm hot, actually. I'm quite hot. Oh, I was going to go running today, but I kept waking up in the night with sore hips and lower back. And I know why. It's because of my week last week that I spent when me and Lizzie watched a lot of Call the Midwife on the sofa. If I sit for too long, my hips and back really play up, so I'll whenever I roll over in the night they hurt. So it's good that I'm getting a lot of standing in this week. I don't know what to cook for tea tonight. I forgot to get something out of the freezer last night. I've started to do a big shop every 2 weeks, like a really big shop, and stock up on enough meat and tins and all that sort of stuff to last for 2 weeks, and then just get the fresh stuff as I need it, which is all right, but when you forget to get something out of the freezer. However, if we go on a long WALK today, we will pass a butcher's, so I could just nip in there and get something from there. That's what I'll do. Oh, isn't it boring? Do you know what? I said to James, I don't mind the cooking. It's the deciding that gets on my nerves. In fact, I saw something that Aretha Franklin said a few years ago, that was her biggest problem. Trying to decide what to have. Blimey, there's a problem for her. I don't know why. I wouldn't have even thought she'd have sorted her own tea out, would you? I'd have thought someone would have sorted it out for her. I'm looking forward to changing my calendar around. I don't really like the picture this month. I've got two. I've got one over there, which is where I write like school holidays and that sort of stuff on. Not that I do that much. But I've got one here that I look at, and it's a bit dark. It's got cats on it. I like the cats, but I don't like the darkness. I'll show you what I'm talking about before I go and do other stuff. It's got the light on it. I like the picture, and I'd quite like a teapot like that, but I don't like the black background. If it was like a pale blue or something, I think it'd be a lot nicer. Oh, isn't it lovely, Gary? There she is. Hello. I've still got my work apron on. Can you hear the bells? What a lovely noise. Come on, come on. The light in here is dreadful. But do you remember my little basket that I got from the antique place the other day? And I said, oh, I need to start a little pastel blanket or something to fill it up. And then I remembered I've already got a pastel blanket on the go. So I filled it up with this, and I was thinking, I don't know what hook I've used for it, but luckily I found three 3.5s. You'll have to trust me. You'll have to trust me. In the other basket I was using for it. So this is my Sweetly Dreaming blanket. I think that's what it's called. Hang on a minute. Just a second. I've looked it up. Yes, it is the Sweetly Dreaming blanket. It's a pattern by Sandra from Cherry Heart. Sandra Paul. And I think I started it last year. And I've made a few squares. And I haven't done anything on it so far this year. And I can't remember why I put it to one side, but I'm ready to bring it back into the old mix now. I've made several squares. So I'm going to start this up again. Not tonight though, because I'm just about to finish a sock. So I'll be doing that tonight and then casting on the next one. But yes, it looks lovely. I'll tell you what, I'll show you tomorrow when I'm in the other room and you can see how well they go together. I'm going to say good night. I've got to be quick because Johnny's wants to play his bass, and I've told him he has just got to stop for a minute whilst I say goodbye. He's so good at it now. I got him to learn a song the other day, and I wanted him to learn Brandy. Brandy, you're a fine girl, what a good wife you would be. You know, that one. But I wanted him to learn the version by the Red Hot Chili Peppers that I don't think they've ever released it. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're one of my favourite bands. Early years. Less so the modern times. And I wanted him to learn this particular version of it that I've seen them playing in a concert somewhere. They just stop and play it randomly. And he's got it already. He's so good at it. Look at this cheeky chap. I couldn't put him away with the Christmas stuff, so he's staying out. Gingerbread is not just for Christmas. And they're not, are they? They're around all year. Gingerbread men, aren't they? Oh, everything got ticked off my list, and I've already written a list ready for tomorrow. But I'm going to go and have a hot bath now because I've got, I just think it'll do my hips some good. It's sitting down too long that does it. And sometimes standing up too long. I need to stand and sit for equal amounts throughout the day. Right, I better go anyway, so he can carry on with his practice, because I do like him to practice, and I want to get in the bath. So I'll say goodbye, and I should think I'll see you tomorrow, all being well. I used to work with a lady, and she used to say, I'll see you tomorrow if I turn up. She was sweet. Right, bye. Toodle pip, over and out.